well, good evening, everybody. I am Stacy Brown. I'm one of the assistant principals here at Hamilton Southeastern High School, and I am, as of this year, the dual credit coordinator. So I have been learning a lot about dual credit, and I'm excited to share that information with you. And just want to say thank you so much for coming out here and giving up some time in your evening to come learn about all the great opportunities that we have at Hamilton Southeastern High School. All right, so dual credit. Let's see if I can get a remote to work. So first of all, I like to answer the question, what is dual credit? And when you think about it, dual means two. So dual credit means you are getting credit in kind of two different worlds. You get your high school credit, and you have the opportunity to earn college credit. So your high school credit, by taking the class, you're automatically enrolled in the high school credit. Provided you pass the class, you will get your high school credit. And so that course is working towards either your Core 40 or your honors diploma requirements, which I'll get to a little bit more here. It appears on your high school transcript, your grade in that course gets factored into your GPA. So it's checking all of those boxes for your high school credit. But then students also have the opportunity to earn college credit. And, for those of you maybe here in my generation or beyond, this is a really unique opportunity. Dual credit did not exist when I was in high school. You graduated high school, maybe you took some AP classes that could have gotten you some college credit. There was no such thing as dual credit. So, I love the dual credit opportunity because you can leave high school with college credit. You enroll in that post-secondary institution, which you have to register, and so I'll talk about that a little bit more later as well. But then you are earning college credit. So kind of depending on what course you take, depending on what your major might be, those credits could count towards your major or count towards a core, or at the very least, it would be elective credit. So, it kind of varies how institutions accept it. It kind of depends on, what institution you're taking that dual credit through, what institution you go to college, kind of how they transfer it. Some schools have a direct equivalency, some don't. But regardless, it will at the very least be elective credit. And every college requires a minimum amount of elective credit. So it is college credit. You start an official college transcript, so whether that's with Ivy Tech or IU, as long as you're enrolling in that dual credit, you start your college journey in high school, which is really awesome for a lot of reasons. Oh, I don't want to do that. Okay, I'm going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. Don't want to do that. All right, so some benefits of college credit. All right, so folks who are holding the purse strings in this room, this number one is really important to you. It saves you money. I asked students this when I went into some of our dual credit classrooms. Does anyone want to guess what per credit hour, IU charges per credit hour on campus? 300? 300? Oh, I lost my screen. Yeah, and I'm losing track. I think it's $299 or something, right around 300. Ivy Tech, they charge $150 per credit hour. So you take a 3-credit college course on campus somewhere, that's at least going to cost you, let me do my math here, $450 up to $1,000 and beyond, depending on which school you go to. Taking the dual credit course here, I can tell you Ivy Tech courses are free. IU courses right now are free, and they told me that tuition waiver is going to be indefinite. So taking dual credit in high school, I'm not sure I keep losing my screen here. I think one of those number one benefits is that it saves hundreds, if not thousands of dollars by signing up and getting that college credit while you are in high school. Because most of the dual credit that we offer has either zero tuition or a very, very small reduced rate tuition compared to on campus. Now, the other thing then is that it saves you time and you can gain some flexibility in your schedule. If you walk out of high school with having 18, 24 credit hours, those are classes that you don't have to take when you get to college. So instead of being that 4 or 5-year college student, maybe you'll be a 3-year college student, which, graduate college sooner, get that career sooner, start making money sooner. So getting the dual credit in high school saves you time, saves you money. The other real benefits of it is that it is college-level work. college level rigor, college level coursework. So you are getting a taste for what that expectation is like. But then kind of another piece there is that you're still surrounded by those high school level supports. So, high school, we have study halls, we have pathways periods where you can go get help from your teachers. yes, colleges have office hours. Professors may or may not be as available. They're not as accessible perhaps. So like in high school, we have a lot more support. So you get a taste for what that college level rigor is while still having all of that high school level support around you. And now another really important benefit, and I guess it looks like maybe it's just my one screen, so I'll focus on this one, is that taking dual credit can also count towards honors diploma and graduation pathways requirements. So let me talk about that a little bit more. Okay. Now you probably know that all students have to earn a diploma to graduate in the state of Indiana. So Indiana offers different diploma types. They have a Core 40 diploma, which is the standard that all students are expected to achieve. So that's your rundown of math, science, English, health PE, like all your basic requirements there. So any dual credit course, like you take a dual credit English class, that's going to count towards your Core 40. Now, if you have a student who's interested in obtaining an honors diploma, there's an academic honors diploma and there's a technical honors diploma. Those two diplomas have additional requirements beyond Core 40. One of those requirements, an option, like you have to, I think it's like maintain a 3.0, get a C or higher in your courses, and then it gives you a list of like earning certain test scores, taking so many AP courses, or one of the options is that you earn 6 transcripted college credits. That's 2 dual credit classes. 1 semester of ACP composition, 1 semester of ACP speech. Now you've checked that box towards that honors diploma. So that's one option out of a list of things for the honors diploma, but dual credit can help you work towards honors diploma requirements. Additionally, in the state of Indiana, every student beginning with the class of 2023 and thereafter have to obtain graduation pathways. There's a lot of information about that like in your course guide on page 10, but basically there are 3 requirements to graduate in Indiana: diploma, employability skills, post-secondary ready competency. So diploma, I already kind of mentioned, you've got some different options there. Employability skills, we work with students on demonstrating those, and they write a reflection. But then that third requirement, that post-secondary ready competency, again, there's a long list of ways that students can demonstrate that. One of those ways is by getting a C average in 3 dual credit courses. So there are other options like test scores and AP classes or career courses, those types of things. But dual credit is one option for obtaining graduation pathways. So not only is college credit just good in and of itself, taking dual credits can help students obtain honors diploma requirements or graduation pathways requirements, which graduation pathways, again, that is necessary to graduate. And there is more information in the course guide about that, or reach out to your student's counselor about that. So lots of benefits to taking dual credit. We are pleased to have partnerships with several different institutions. Our 2 primary partners are IU Bloomington and Ivy Tech, both of which have tables just outside the doors of the Leonard Auditorium. But we also have a partnership with Butler University, Ball State University, Anderson University, and the University of Indianapolis. And another program that we work with, IUPUI has a computer science program it's a little bit different. I'll talk more about that one here in just a second as well. But so several really strong institutions that we have partnerships with, and we're always looking to expand, develop new partnerships, or add to our existing courses. So these are on page 19 and 20 in the course guide, but I wanted to just give you a quick glance. We have 30 dual credit classes in 6 different departments. So on this page, you see our dual credit courses in our applied sciences like agriculture, our family consumer sciences principles of teaching there, and then our business courses that are dual credit. And then, like I mentioned, we also have computer science dual credit through IUPUI. It's a little bit different because, so something I didn't mention is that all of these dual credit courses are taught by our faculty. So our faculty have master's or graduate credit hours in their content area. They have to get credentialed by the institution, so they basically become adjunct professors. So all of our teachers who teach, like so ACP Business Administration, our teacher is an adjunct professor with IU who's been credentialed by IU to teach that course. So students take the course here, but it is taught, it's taught by our teacher. They use the IU syllabus and so on. Those computer science courses are a little bit different because students would be taking those online. So they go to a classroom here and they have a teacher who kind of helps facilitate, but essentially it's online coursework. So I did not have that one included on here. So more dual credit in our English, media, and social studies courses. And then also in our math and science departments. So as you can see, a wide variety of options. I mean, so if you're doing the math, and in that far column is the number of credit hours. So 30 courses times 3 credit hours, it wouldn't make sense for someone to take all 30 courses. But if you did, that would be 90 credit hours, right? Am I doing my math correctly there? Not to mention all the courses that have those extra, like our ACP Chem and ACP Physics have labs that go with it. So that's why they're 5 credit hours instead of the 3 credit hours. Some of our courses, like AP Calculus BC, you're actually getting credit for 2 college courses, Math 211 and Math 212. And so you'll notice on this page that we do have, so AP Calculus and AP Biology, those are AP courses. They're still being prepared for the AP test, while they are also having the opportunity to earn college credit. So they could still take the AP test, get your AP score, earn some college credit that way, and then also have the college credit through IU or Ball State, depending on which course you're taking. So we just have, I think those are the only 3 where it's both AP and dual credit. So another unique opportunity that we are one of just a few high schools in the state of Indiana. I think it really is we're one of 2 or maybe one of 3 that we are able to offer the Indiana College Core. So what that is that the Commission for Higher Education in Indiana got together and designed this package of college core classes, just some of those general courses, in your science, in your arts and humanities. College, you're like, oh, I had to take that English 101, I had to take a public speaking class, I had to take that science class. Kind of regardless of your major, there are certain classes that you have to take as that college core. So Indiana got together and decided, the state of Indiana decided that they wanted to create a package that students could more easily transfer between Indiana schools. So that maybe you start off, I knew plenty of people, maybe they started off at Indiana Wesleyan, but then they decided to move back home to IUK. I grew up in Kokomo. So wanting to have some of those college courses that could more easily transfer between universities. So the College Core is a core of 30 credit hours in the subjects listed, and we are able to offer the entire College Core package. We have a dual credit public speaking course. We have the dual credit English composition course. We have dual credit mathematical modeling courses. So those are all laid out on page 21 and 22 in the course guide. And so students are able to earn that entire package of College Core classes that they could take to any Indiana institution. And essentially, you're leaving high school as a sophomore in college. You've checked off all of those general education requirements that you would have to take as a freshman. So when I talk to classes about this, my bottom line is I really encourage students to take the credit. It is a fantastic opportunity to earn that college credit. We have a wide variety of courses in all subject areas, as you saw. So really, there's a dual credit opportunity for every interest area. And thinking about it too, maybe that you want to go into math and science and you are not looking forward to having to take that public speaking course at college, so take it here. Take it here in that more comfortable high school environment, smaller class sizes. Instead of having to take those classes that maybe you're not looking forward to at college, where it's maybe going to be bigger, maybe going to be your professor's not as available or whatever, you take it here where you're in that more supportive high school environment. Okay, so now enrollment. This is an important piece. Even just this week, I had a student reach out who graduated in 2021, who assured that she had signed up for the Ivy Tech dual credit. Took the classes, but we're finding that she probably didn't register for the Ivy Tech dual credit. So like I said at the beginning, like when you take the class, you're automatically signed up to get your high school credit. You sign up for the course, you show up, it's on your schedule, you're getting your high school credit. There is an extra step to register for the college credit. So just like colleges all across the country have their registration, like where you sign up for classes in August and January, that process has to happen here as well. And we do that in class. Like our teachers will work with the students in class of, I know, like, so for ACP, IU directly emails students and sends them, like, make sure you're registering. Like, we send our list of students to IU. IU then starts communicating directly with students and families. Ivy Tech, kind of similar, like, we send them some student information, and they might start reaching out. But we take time in each class to, all right, here's how you sign up. Here's what you need to do to register. Because you do have to apply and get accepted to that institution. So if you're taking an ACP class, you have to apply to IU, get accepted by you, and then register for the class with IU. We have plenty of students who decide, you know what, I just want to take ACP speech, but I don't really want the college P155 or whatever the college course is. So we have a handful of students who do that, who just take it for high school credit, who choose not to enroll in the college credit. So most colleges have a minimum GPA. I can tell you the IU's minimum GPA is 2.7. I want to say the Ivy Tech for the majority of their classes is a 2.6. I want to say like agriculture, though, does not have a minimum. So it kind of varies depending on which course you're in. Most of our dual credit courses are open to juniors and seniors, but we do have some that are available to freshmen and sophomores. So like digital media is a dual credit course with Ivy Tech that is open to freshmen. Our marketing classes are dual credit classes that are open to freshmen and sophomores, or at least sophomores. Like principles of business is dual credit, principles of agriculture is dual credit. So there's actually, again, really unique opportunity that you can be a freshman in high school and enroll in a college class and get college credit. So most of our dual credit is available to juniors and seniors, but we do have some. So in your course guide, it kind of lists what the grade levels are for those courses. So if it's a freshman or sophomore, they may not rely on GPA because, as a freshman, you don't even have a GPA yet when you're starting your first semester. So instead, they would look at things like test scores, like if you have a PSAT score, or like Ivy Tech has their own placement test that students can take. So there are other ways to qualify, but most of them do have some sort of prerequisite, usually based on a GPA or on a test score. So you apply to make sure you're meeting those prerequisites, and then you have to actually register for the course. So both IU and Ivy Tech and our other partners have like an online platform where you go in and you sign up and you select the course, but that is a really important step. Like I said, I get the students who come back like, oh man, I forgot to sign up, or like I missed the deadline, or I forgot to do it. And if you don't register for that class, there's no way to backtrack and get that college credit. You got your high school credit, but you wouldn't be able to go back and get that college credit. So it's really important that students, and families realize that, hey, you're taking ACP, whatever, make sure that when you get those emails from IU that you're paying attention and that you're getting registered for that class. We do our best effort to, track down students who maybe aren't signed up. We get confirmations and all that stuff, and teachers track down students, but that is an important piece. I was new to it this year, so I missed sending out a communication to families at the beginning, but that is something that I want to do as well, of just hey, your student's enrolled in this course, this is what the timeline's going to look like. We have wonderful, wonderful help from both ACP and Ivy Tech and our other institutions. They help us with a lot of registration issues, so you can always put, they really work with us to make sure that any student who wants that college credit is able to get registered and earn that. So once students complete that application, once they get registered for their courses, then their job is just to show up to class and do the work. There is, just like college, there's opportunity for drop or withdrawal in the semester if they decide like, maybe this isn't what I thought it was going to be. I don't want the college credit anymore. I don't want it on my college transcript anymore, that they can drop. So I think to earn the dual credit, like I think most of our ACP courses require that students get a C or higher. So if a student is struggling, you know, it's looking more like a D, that there is an opportunity to drop that class where it won't appear on the transcript. Like you never signed up for the college credit. If you wait until the withdrawal date, it will show up on the transcript with that W. So it shows that you started the class, you didn't finish the class. So those are some important things to be aware of as well. But, you know, we certainly believe that all students are going to be successful and work with students to be successful, so you won't need to drop or withdraw from that dual credit. And then our instructors report grades to those institutions at the end of the semester, and then the institution generates that college transcript. So you take a dual credit course, you could reach out to Ivy Tech and say, hey, I need my transcript, and then they will prepare that transcript for you. So again, like with the wide variety of courses we have students leaving with, that do leave with 30 credit hours or more. You know, I like to think that at the very least every student could leave with 3. You know, you take your Principles of Agriculture or your Principles of Business is a great one. There's 3 college credit hours in each of those classes. Digital media, like I said, is another one that's open to underclassmen as well. All right. And I think that's about perfect timing for me. So I will stay up here a little bit longer if you have questions, or feel free to reach out to me or scan that QR code and let us know your questions. Thank you so much.